Whenever I sit down with a family or client, I always say, let's begin with the end in mind. What is it that you want with this wealth? If we're going to accumulate this wealth, it's just not going to be a pile of cash sitting there. What are we going to do with it? Who are we going to bless? What's the dynasty we're going to leave? So what do you mean by the reverse engineering our financials?
Okay, so I what I mean by that is I feel like most systems are built to drain us emotionally and financially. My approach flips that my I wrote this, I got this on my phone, so let me read this off
Take it
right.
back.
My approach flips that we heal first, we find purpose, and then we use strategy to build legacy. And that's what I do in the community where we do it together. And so what it is most people feel like, okay, let's say I'm in a stressful situation, I need money, right? But for me, it's like I'm in a stressful situation. What resources do I have? Because we gotta can't we everything cannot be money. Especially, let's hypothetically say, because I'm looking forward to more of a nomadic lifestyle, and so one of the most bossy, like in a good way, one of the most bossed up phrases I ever heard someone close to me say was, "You can drop me in any country and I'll make money after about 10 days." And so we have to understand that it's not just about physical currency, because in any situation, the currency can go away, the inflation can jump up, a job can be lost. And if it's not about the money, then what is it about? Well, when you go to your roots of food, clothes, and shelter, it's about leaning to your resources and how do I get my base necessities stabilized for those three pillars before we even get to the other ones, because doing that part correctly frees up the funds to give to before we get to the insurance part, right? So when we get to the part of actually accumulating the financial wealth, now we have a better pillar, because most people are living so far above their means in terms of what we make in America. And unfortunately, in a lot of situations, it's kind of hard to change it depending on where you are, right? But if you can put yourself in a situation where you lean to your community and your resources and really tap into all resources, because we often tend to look surface level, especially here in America. We have so many resources. Um, to use something as an example, at the beginning you said, if I'm tapped out and I want to help somebody with their rent, but I got to make sure I put my lights on. We are still abundant in resources. We can give away numbers for people to call to different agencies and things like that, things like what Martha does. Like Martha is affluent in abundance when it comes to resources and helping people. And so when I talk about reverse engineering, I'm looking more into going into organizations and find out what are the troubles of these employees that are there, because I want to help a lot of people in my lifetime. And the easiest way for me to do it is to talk to groups. And so if you know the things that your employees are actually struggling with, then you can actually help them allocate how to do their funding in a way that actually works for them, not just in the present, but in that long term as well. So if they are doing 5, 10, 15, 20 year planning, like now, I believe in doing 60-year planning. I think my last plan that I like strategically, intentionally did was like a 20-year plan. And I realized I didn't plan long enough. And so I like to go further out as well as doing other short term goals now, because if we only do 5 or 10 year plans and we forget to revise, you hit that number and then what? For me, it was like I exceeded it, and then what? I didn't know what to do. And so it's about reverse engineering. Is really about going more within individuals to find out who are you, what path are you on, and are you even chasing your own dream? Because that'll avoid a lot of burnout, and it would allow you to allocate funds in terms of building wealth if you actually chase the dream you have versus the one society says you should be chasing.